welcome. The purpose of this video is to talk about taking measurements and units versus variables. So standard 1.1 and 1.2 of unit 1. All right, take a moment to look at this paper clip here and try and figure out how long is a paper clip? What is its length? Well, I can see it's somewhere between 2 and 3 centimeters, but I have to estimate how far in between. So it looks like it's a little over halfway, maybe it's 2.6 or 2.7. Now take a look at if I use this ruler to measure the paper clip. Now I can see very clearly it is at 2.7, right at 2.7 centimeters. All right, so we have a rule for figuring out how many decimal places we actually put when we take a measurement based on the type of tool we're using. And so let's take a look at this comb to go over those rules I just mentioned. We're measuring a comb with a ruler that's in centimeters, and I'm going to zoom in here to see exactly where the comb is. And I see the comb falls right in between these two lines here. It falls in between 12 and 12.1. How did I figure out it was 12 and 12.1? Well, I looked at what are called the tick marks, and I figured out how many divisions there are between 1 centimeter, and it turns out there's 10 spots, and so that means that each tick mark is 0.1. So that's going to be 12.1, 12.2, 11.9, etc. Okay, so I see that my ruler is somewhere between 12.0 and 12.1. I think it looks like it's about halfway in between. So I'm going to call that 12.05. So I estimated one digit beyond what the ruler actually showed me. The ruler had a tick mark for 12.0 and 12.1. Great. So I took an estimate of the final digit. The rule we use is we always estimate one digit beyond whatever it shows on the tool. One digit beyond the tick marks on the tool. So let's just very quickly review with those two paper clips we saw. All right, so the tick marks here are every 1 centimeter. One digit beyond that is going to be the tens place. So it looks like I'm at about 2.7. 2.7. This is the digit that I estimated. Now, in this case, each tick mark is 0.1 centimeters, right? So I have 2.1 centimeters, 2.2, 2.3, etc. I have 2.6 here, 2.8 here, I already labeled 2.7. In this case, it looks like it's right on the line. And so I'm still going to estimate the last digit, one digit beyond what the tick marks show me. I just estimate it to be 0 because it looks like the paperclip is right on the line. So I'm always estimating one digit beyond. I can do that even for something like a protractor. So here I have each individual tick mark is showing me the ones place. So I have 130, 131, 132. All right, so 130, this is given. This is on a tick mark. There's a tick mark for 130 degrees. So I'm going to estimate one digit beyond the tick mark. I always have one digit that I've estimated. And that's true for what we call analog tools. Digital tools have some kind of display. The only rule that we need for digital tools is you always write down the entire number that it gives you. So if it gives me 2.87, I'm going to record in my notebook 2.87. If it gives me a bunch of zeros, 70.0, I will not write down just 70. I'll write down 70.0 grams. So digital tools, a little bit easier. I just need to write down everything it says. One last point here, we've kind of already been using these words, but I want to make sure that we're all clear and all on the same page with variables and units. Variable is the general type of thing that I'm measuring. So I could measure length like I did with the paper clip. I could measure mass like I did here with these coffee beans, or I could measure the angle like I did with the protractor. The unit is specific to that measurement. So length can be measured in meters, it could also be in kilometers, or it could be in millimeters or centimeters. Meters is kind of the base symbol, so I'm using meters and M as an example here, but there's all types of units that I could express a measurement in. This is important because we need to, when we're indicating that we've measured something, use the variable and find out how many it is, what the value is for that unit. So I should never see something like seconds equals 2. Well, that doesn't really make sense. Time is what I'm measuring, so the time can be equal to 2 seconds. If I measured 5 meters, I would have length equals 5 meters, not meters equals 5. Or time could be equal to however many seconds you have. All right, make sure to ask your teacher all of the questions you have. Thanks for watching.